Hello, losers, cool beans, and other lovable weirdos, and welcome to yet more Mycorrhiza adventures. Otherwise known as There's More Options in the Pet Door and they didn't fit in the one video, so welcome to this extra bit dedicated purely to our favorite kids, Amy and Lanny. That's right, they're in door 1 too. I know, I was like, what? They're not here, everyone else is. But no, there are other options. There are other places to be. We found them. For better or for worse. So, let's see how they're faring with the, wondrous pets. Yeah. Phones, things, don't eat them. Well, we asked for help before because I was an optimistic little bean. What if we just take a look around? No one opened the door for a disheveled stranger. Instead of wasting my time going from house to house, I should take another look around town. I should be able to find a police station eventually. Oh, I do have a feeling it won't be as easy as you think. Pretty at night, though. I picked a random direction and headed off. But soon I realized that finding a police station proved to be more difficult than expected. The streets were completely empty, meaning I couldn't ask anyone for directions. And the further I went, the more abandoned the apartment buildings looked. Did I wander into a deserted part of town by accident? This street looked oddly familiar, though. As I wandered through the dark alleyways, an odd feeling started to well up within me. It felt as if I was being watched. Can't relate. I took a look around. My eyes scanned the buildings, which were being barely illuminated by the dim street lights. I spotted something at the entrance of an alleyway. It looked like a small figure. It was too dark to make out. My eyes were probably just playing tricks on me. It must have been a garbage can or something, right? I tried to rationalize what I had seen and continued at a faster pace. Was I overreacting? There was one way to find out. I made a sharp turn away from the main street and abruptly stopped. If someone really was following me, then I would be able to ambush them as they entered this alleyway. I realized too late that they would have the advantage if they had a weapon with them. Someone was there. I braced myself. Right as they were about to turn into the alleyway, I jumped out, fists raised. The person gave a shriek and stumbled backwards, falling onto the floor. Just as I was about to question them why they were following me, I realized they weren't a threat. The person who had followed me was a small boy. He looked up at me, his eyes filled with fear. Why were you following me? I slowly unclenched my fists. I need help for my sister. Your sister? He seemed to realize that I wasn't planning to hurt him and slowly got up. Yeah, she's hurt. I was only following you to see if you were one of them. I had a ton of questions, but if his sister was in danger, then my first priority should be helping her. All right, show me where your sister is. His face brightened, and he led me back down the way I had just come from. Now that he knew that I wasn't trying to hurt him, he became quite talkative. I'm Lanny, by the way. My sister's name is Amy. We are currently hiding from those pets in one of the abandoned houses. Have you seen one yet? They're really scary. His words were flowing out like a waterfall. As he made a short pause to breathe, I quickly intersected. What pets are you talking about? And what did you mean when you said I wasn't one of them? You really don't know? Well, I don't really know how to explain it. He seemed to be deep in thought, but before he could elaborate, we had already arrived. Amy is in here. We were standing in front of an old, abandoned house. Several of the windows were broken, and one of them was partly boarded up with wooden planks. Lanny stopped in the entryway. I was about to ask him what we were waiting for when he started whistling quietly. Quite the whistle, kid. It was a slow and somber melody that reverberated through the empty halls of the building. The atmosphere it created sent shivers down my spine. And then it was over. Lanny stepped into the hallway, and I followed quickly behind him. Seeing how stumped I was, he explained. It's something Amy and me agreed on. If she hears someone come in, she's supposed to run away unless I whistle this melody. I came up with it today. Pretty good, eh? The melody, I mean. The plan was all right, I guess, but it was Amy's. We made our way inside, walked up the stairs, and stopped in front of a dark room. Not far from the entrance, I could make out a shadowy figure sitting on the ground. Amy, it's me! I brought someone! Amy perked up as she heard her brother's voice. I quickly stepped inside and was about to rush to her side, but jerked back. Oh no. Her arms. Oh, this is fine. There's nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong at all. What happened? I had whispered it, but it seemed like Amy had heard me nevertheless. I ate a piece of the plants. Then my arms began to hurt, and now... She broke off. How could eating a piece of a plant have caused this? This didn't make any sense, but I had more urgent things to do at the moment. Does one of you have a telephone? We need to call an ambulance. Lanny looked at me apologetically. There's no one at the hospital. They're all either dead or they're too obsessed with the pets. No one at the hospital? And he had mentioned those pets again. Just what the hell was going on here? Just as I was about to ask, I heard a thumping sound from within the house. Lanny jerked around, fear-stricken. Is it them? Amy's voice was weak. She was about to faint. Her arms must have been causing her a lot of pain. I'll check it out. You two stay here. I tried to sound confident, but my voice shook slightly. After what Lanny had told me, I couldn't help but feel scared. But as the only adult here, I had to be the one to protect them. I don't know, I think I need an adult. And so I slowly made my way back down the stairs. I heard something yet again. It sounded vaguely like a growl. One that was oddly similar to the one I had heard while I was laying in the alleyway. Oh no. Could it be one of those pets? Yeah, maybe we're finally going to meet one of our alley cat friends. As I reached the bottom of the stairs, I could vaguely make out some slight movement further down the hall. It was as if something was sniffing the air. It's looking for us. I looked around to see if I could use anything as a weapon. There was indeed a wooden board lying on the ground near a window next to me. I carefully picked it up and gripped it tightly while inching closer and closer towards the creature. Weirdly enough, it seemed like it was ignoring me. Almost like it can't do anything unless it has your scent, huh? Which means either one, all three of us are okay, or it has one of the kids' scents, and uh-oh. As I was almost close enough to make out what it looked like, it perked up. I stopped. Time seemed to slow to a halt. A foul feeling slowly spread throughout my stomach. I lifted the board up a bit higher and readied myself to attack. And then it lunged. I closed my eyes and flailed the wooden plank in the general direction of the creature, but only hit empty air. It was over, I thought. I had missed, and now it would kill me. But nothing happened. All I heard was something scurrying up the stairs. Uh-oh. I opened my eyes and whipped my head around towards the source of the sound. But the creature had already reached the top of the stairs, and then I heard a scream. It was Lanny. I ran upstairs. Amy was still lying in the same spot, but it seemed like she had finally fallen unconscious. Next to her was a blood trail leading into another room. Lanny couldn't have been. A sound of breaking bones and fleshy smacking leaked out of the room. I knew what was happening without having to see it. I lifted my weapon without even thinking and was just about to step closer to the room's entryway. But I stopped. There was no way I could fight whatever it was with a rotting wooden plank. And I couldn't save Lanny anymore. It was too late. I needed to get out of here. No, more importantly, I needed to get Amy out of here. There had to be someone out there who could help us. Lanny's words echoed in my head, but he couldn't have been right. The police would do something about this, wouldn't they? Or the military? I was about to go back towards Amy, but a sudden wave of fatigue came over me. It was as if I had stepped into a veil. The air had gotten heavier, and my breathing became more ragged. I clutched my chest as I tried to figure out what was going on. A throbbing pain pulsed through my back. It was as if something had stabbed me. I tried to turn around, but I had already become too weak. My feet gave in, and my vision darkened. I could feel a presence near me. Was it that monster? Before I could find out, my consciousness faded. So, that was Amy and Lanny's time behind the Wonderful Pets door. I really have more questions than I'd like. What's the whole thing with it being based on scent? As in to the point where they will ignore who they don't have the scent of? Does the plants make the pets just become human features, or do the pets get the human features from eating people? I have questions. I don't know if I want those answers, but I do have questions. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check out my channel if you like a variety of horror content. You can, hit the little like and subscribe button if you feel so inclined. And otherwise, I hope you're having a better day than Amy and her arms, because oh boy, nope. Things bent the wrong way is just, that's no thank you, no. Goodbye.